everybody's trying to knock us off. It's us versus them. We must protect this house. Will you protect this house? I will. We must protect this house.
The shop is open.
If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat, please. Okay, you can hear me? All right, if you can hear this, put a 1 in the chat.
Creme de la creme, homie. Top shelf, you know. I like my beat down low, down low, down low, down low, down low, down low, down low. I like my top laid back, laid back, laid back, laid back, laid back, laid back. Hey, holla if you like your beat down low, down low, down low, down low, down low, down low. I like my top laid back, laid back. I got you, nigga. I'ma show these niggas what to do with one of your beats, man. I'm shutting the whole block down. Here comes trouble, homie. I'ma tell you how the king like to ride, homeboy. I like my beat down and my top. You see me ride 24. Would I shop and holler at you like you're getting wood? And you're talking it back if you're real sick. And yo, when the bitch black, I like my beat down and my top. You see me ride 24. Would I shop and holler at you like you're getting wood? And you're talking it back if you're real sick. And yo, when the bitch black, I'm the man in my city. Ain't nobody fucking with me. You can ask the real niggas and all the bad bitches. I'm a known drug dealer. I always had bitches, and the thugs and the killers was all in class with me. Incessant, so 26s, watching some television. Shouty, I'm never slipping. Got the Beretta and vision, and ready to pocket clipping, ready to get the tripping, ready to show these folks a celebrity. Pistol with pedal, stolen automobile, the roof and the tag missing. Police is trying to pursue me, it's nothing but gas giving. Addicted to fast slip, just someone on my dad's cheering. Think I'm bad now, you should've seen me before I had cheering. Get dick to your daddy, daughter, and dad I had cheering. Hope you got some insurance, cause death ass is enduring. Killer in Mississippi and driver ass to Missouri. Still my wet paint dripping while I'm with the grain dripping. I like my beat down and my top. Can you see me ride 24? Would they shop and holler at you like you're getting wood? And you're talking it back if you're real sick. And yo, with the bitch black, I like my beat down and my top. Can you see me ride 24? Would they shop and holler at you like you're getting wood? And you're talking it back if you're real sick. And yo, with this bitch black. This Pimp Squad quick, I know you heard about us young niggas, filthy rich and we ain't worried about much. On this block, got clutch, in God I trust. If a fuck nigga start, bet it's hard I bust. Got your partners in the broad and your car fucked up. With your underestimations, thought a star wouldn't bust. I got the heart in the dust. On this perp I blow. Move 10 bricks daily, trying to twerk 5 more. See the Cadillac swerving down Hollywood Road. Or the flying spur Cali, fucking Hollywood home. On a pill and a half with my partner Young Joe. Bumping good in Mars, soul food number 4. Other rappers, old news, told dudes I'm a pro. With a loaded 4-4, got a quarter brick of blow. Hey, nigga, don't you hit me unless you buy 6 or more. My 24 blades glisten and my 808. I like my beat down and my top. Can you see me ride 24? Would they shop and holler at you like you're getting wood? And you're talking it back if you're real sick. And yo, with the bitch black, I like my beat down and my top. Can you see me ride 24? Would they shop and holler at you like you're getting wood? And you're talking it back if you're real sick. And yo, with the bitch black, I wear the crown down under me. Somebody better tell them for I spell 100 rounds to have everybody better. I got some bitches in the beds and my partners in the shit. And now we ride Giovanni's and the signers on Paredes. If you ever think you're trying to run up on me, just forget it. The clipping the chopper long as your leg in the lead shredded. Pistol way in the truck and my knife on the top. You think you ain't getting stuck, you got a life fucked up. A couple stitches in your hip, I had your knife fucked up. Will he live, will he die? I guess he might look up. Meanwhile, I'm racing my Ferrari like the light for a bucket. Cause Lamborghini Galadas every time I get a car. I like my beat down low and my top. Can you see me ride 24? Would they shop and holler at you like you're getting wood? And you're talking it back if you're real sick. And yo, with the bitch black, I like my beat down low and my top. Can you see me ride 24? Would they shop and holler at you like you're getting wood? And you're talking it back if you're real sick. And yo, with the bitch black, hey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just let me work, just let me work. I'm out here grinding. Yeah. I'm out here grinding. Woo. I told him that I'm out here grinding. I'm out here grinding. Hey, you ain't never heard nothing like this. Let me work, show me where the mic is. I'm on stage, black shirt and my Timbs. You know how I do it, I ain't playing with you, I've been grinding. Anybody trying to sleep on me, better do something with your eyelids. I hear a lot of whining, but I don't hear a lot of rhyming. Whoa. Everybody got opinions, let it go into my ear, then I block that. Put me on stage, I'ma rock that, saying you the best. Stop that, phony, I am not that. Yeah. What are y'all doing out here? What are y'all doing out here? Maybe you should spend a little less time with the women on your arms and a little bit more with your career. I ain't saying I'm the best, but I should be in the top 10. Give me a list of names, I'ma top them. I'm just playing with you, I don't care what the top is. Leave me at the bottom, let me work for it. You ain't never gonna find another rapper in the game and tell me that he works more. Tell me that he works more, nah. You might see me with my hoodie up, I ain't leaving till I finish. This industry ain't nothing but a box, but I ain't gonna climb in it. You put me inside a room full of rappers, come back in 5 minutes. I'ma be the only one still alive with a note on my chest saying that I did it. You do it for fame, we're way different. Y'all looking weak, we ain't cooking in the same kitchen. Everybody got a shirt with a stain in it. Some of us will never wear it out though. Let me get it. I guess I don't understand. This wasn't part of my plan. Some of these people are thinking cause they heard the name that they really know who I am. Bring the beat down. I got no time for these Hollywood people. I'd rather give time to my fans. You rather chill with these women that like you for money, but I'd rather chill with my fam, yeah. I'm out here grinding. I'm out here grinding. Yeah, I see the mic, but you looking like a pilot. What's the point of the plane if you don't know how to fly it? Yeah. I'm out here grinding. Okay. I'm out here grinding. Okay. I'm out here grinding. Okay. I'm out here grinding. All I do is right. All I do is right. Rise to the underdog. I don't like none of y'all. I'm not like one of y'all. I'm from the jungle. I run with the son of God. Yeah, what is you running for? They should be running from me. Most of my family, we don't even speak. I'm getting married in 22 weeks and they still haven't said how I wanted to meet. Huh? I'm not the type to complain. If we don't get it, we try it again and I'll die for the gang. This for my blood. They don't like us and we question their mom like, why did you allow your kid to like bad music? Promise I'll do it. I'm trying to give you my everything. I don't care what they are doing. I'm trying to do what they couldn't do. Laugh at the rappers you look up to. Don't waste time with the centerfolds. I'm alive, it's a miracle. Freestylist is middle school. I will battle the principal. We're all black like a funeral. I'm doing me, I don't live for you. Grinding. I'm out here grinding. Okay. I'm out here grinding. Okay. I'm out here grinding. Okay. I'm out here grinding. All I do is right. All I do is right. I'm out here grinding. Okay. I'm out here grinding. Okay. I'm out here grinding. Okay. I'm out here grinding. All I do is right. All I do is right. Grinding. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm out here grinding. All I do is work. All I do is grind. Ooh.
What's up, YouTube? It's me. It's Sunday. It's 11:09 a.m. I'm artisanmc, and this is Shop Talk Live. Thank you guys for coming through today. As you can see, I am out here grinding. It's an on-call weekend, so I am on call. So if the work phone goes off, I got to cut this stream short and bounce out of here. Quick bit of housekeeping: like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. The stream does not run on hopes and dreams; it runs on green, just like everything. So make the Cash App right. To the folks who already donated in the chat, I'm looking for 10 contributors for the stream, please. That would be very helpful. And still looking for support for the store. You can do that. I'll give you the information a little bit later. But right now, I need to take care of some housekeeping, be it as C. Bentley keeps saying that he cannot type in the chat. And I do not know why, because nobody that I know has blocked him. And he hasn't been blocked on this channel before. So, C. Bentley, Trail, type something in the chat, because you've been typing in the chat before. I don't know what's going on, why you all of a sudden cannot type in the chat. So I'm going to look at this right now on stream and see if we can get that fixed, because you are not a person that I have problems with, and I would not have blocked you, and I don't know why anybody else would have. But if you want a wrench, that's what you have to say instead of saying you can't type in the chat, because I'm not buying that. I don't block a lot of people. And the people I have blocked earn that shit. So I'm sure. Fuck! Told y'all. As soon as I go live. Yeah, Akoteki, I'm not happy. These people are fucking pissing me off with this shit. Just to make it plain, okay? What I'm doing is actually helping people. Right now, it's hot where I am, up in Northern Cal, right? It's really hot. And for some of these people, it's the hottest I guess they've ever fucking been, because it's only 80 degrees. Because it's 80 degrees, they keep running their AC nonstop. Nonstop. Now, between that, not changing their fucking furnace filter, and maybe a tech or two not doing their job correctly, or vendor not doing their job correctly, they keep freezing their fucking AC system over. Because they're standing, this is going to be my frustration right now. I probably shouldn't say this shit. I should probably delete it. Yeah, no, when 80 degrees, it's 80 degrees. It gets to like 70 something in the house, and they want the shit to be like 69, 65. I'm like, 2-degree difference between, or 4-degree difference between outside and indoors. And to you is so much fucking hotter. It's like, so anyway, they're freezing the system over. They're freezing the system. Like the whole furnace system is fucking frozen. You get there on an 80-degree day and the system is running so fucking hard, it's frozen over in ice on an 80 to 90-degree day. And you're indoors. Why is it working so hard? Because these motherfuckers are downstairs and they're trying to run the AC upstairs to get it to 60 degrees. Now, I shouldn't complain because every one of these calls is money in my pocket. Every one of them. All right? Just like this one. Let me go ahead, put my little note in there about what's going on and who the fuck. And I know what it is. It's repeat. It's a repeat call. Same people. And trust and believe, when I show up there, it's going to be some bloated ass bitch sitting up in there talking about she hot. I'm like, I'm not surprised. Why don't you open a fucking window on a windy day? Fucking stupid. And mind you, I've been on call since Friday. So some of these people I've seen every day this weekend. Every day. And now that it's 11 o'clock and they're almost out of church, now they're going to go back home and talk about how fucking hot it is in the house. No windows open. AC running upstairs where there's nobody at. AC running downstairs where you can open a fucking window or a door. She ain't got the goddamn repairman. And this motherfucker specifically, and I say motherfucker because it's irritating as fuck to me. I have been here I went there yesterday to tell them exactly what to do. So I've been there 3 times already. I'm going to go back and see this woman again. And thankfully, this one is not an overweight woman. But she's just not fucking getting it. You can't run the AC like that nonstop all night. Mind you, some of these people who are calling for this shit have fucking ceiling fans in their house. Yeah, they fucking pissing me off is what they're doing. And this is why some people don't like doing the on-call. I don't have a problem doing the on-call because, like I said, every one of these calls is putting money in my pocket. And that's money I'm funneling right back into the fucking shop. So I don't give a fuck. Call me all day. But when I'm trying to actually do something like, I don't know, eat, go home and take a shower, do a stream, I would like at least like 2 or 3 hours, not back to back of the same dumb shit over and over again. Like you didn't listen the last time I was there, like you're expecting a different result. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Aquatechy. This is what they need to be fucking figuring out. Fan during the day, AC at night. But no. What happens is they run the AC all fucking day. All day. Don't turn it off and complain because it won't reach that 69 degrees and it's 75 in the house and it won't get down to 69, but it's fucking 80 plus outside. Oh, it's just keep getting hotter. It got up to 80 in the house. Well, it got up to 90 something, almost 100 outside. Imagine that. But then they're running it upstairs and downstairs. And everybody's downstairs sitting in front of the TV. No windows open. Shoulder to shoulder like they pack it in a fucking slave shipping container. Like, if you don't get some fucking space. They keep acting like this shit is going to be instantaneously fixed for them. Like, they don't have to deal with the fucking heat. It's like, dude, you are fucking wrecking the system. And if I showed you guys a picture of this fucking filter I just pulled out, of this unit they called this morning, this is why I'm pissed off. This is my coffee. I still ain't had all of it yet. So by the time I opened my eyes this morning, it hit 8 o'clock. I got that first call for an AC system. And I get there, and this is what their fucking filter looks like. You want to know what a clean filter looks like? Like that. The white one. And they're wondering why their AC system doesn't work. First thing in the morning, 8 o'clock, it ain't even 70 yet. They ran the motherfucker into the ground all night with a filter clogged up. Yeah, Aquatechy, every 3 months. But I think it's shorter than 3 months if you have something like, I don't know, a bunch of fucking dogs in the house. If you have a bunch of animals in your house, you need to change your filters like every month or two. No, they are not homeowners. They'd be bad renters. They'd be bad renters. You'd kick them out and take them to court, not for rent or nothing like that. You'd take them to court for damages to your residence. You would. But that's me bitching about work. Let's get back onto the shit we actually want to talk about, because they didn't answer this message, and they called yesterday and they didn't answer their phone. They called today, put in another order, still didn't answer their phones. I'm not fucking coming for you today. I got other shit to do. So, enough of that. This is why I have my thing. I am a-hole. So, like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. Thank you guys for coming through today. I see my boy, the Doughboy, in the building. I want to say my man, the Doughboy, because that sounds really weird. But shout out to the Doughboy, Art of Ilmore Enraged. Art of Ilmore, I didn't even know y'all had a Star Wars conversation last Saturday. Not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before that. I'm guessing I got a good guess on who led that conversation. I really do, because that motherfucker is on my nerves. But you know. Okay, let me get back to this thing of seeing where the fuck is Trail. Where the hell is Trail, and why is he missing from the conversation? Because that does not make any fucking sense whatsoever. Settings. So give me a second, you guys, so I can work this out with Trail, because I actually, look, honestly, the people that I block, I want to be blocked. Okay? They were actually being a disruption. And this right now with Trail makes no fucking sense in the world, because Trail has not been a disruption on my stream at all. I wouldn't have blocked him. And I can't think of why anybody else would have blocked him. And I think we have enough grown-ass men in here that if they did block you, they would have said, oh, my bad, and shot me an email to correct that shit. Because I have a very short and distinguished block list. And yo ass Trail wasn't on it. And I really get sketchy about complaints like that after you have donated to help the channel and stuff like that, because I don't like shit like that, because it gives that impression that somehow somebody is doing something to fucking hurt you on purpose. So I want that shit resolved right now, because that's how I am. I like shit resolved immediately, not later. And so forgive me, you guys, for a second while there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Because I know I've added moderators, but okay. Hidden users. There's Trail Bentley. Why are you on this list, Trail? I don't know why you're on this list. That must have been a misfire. I don't know who Dennis is. Alejandro. There's a bunch of people on this list. I don't even know who on here. Why they're on here. Except Jessica Light. I know why she's on here. Little Dudley's Poor Report. There's a bunch of people on here. Look, you guys, let me know. Any moderators in here? Don't take out, well, let's say this. Don't take out personal vendettas with folks on another person's channel, because you got a wrench, okay? Because a couple of these people, I don't even remember blocking them, because I'm usually the one that will block a motherfucker right off the bat. Right? So some of these people, I don't even remember actually blocking. I can't even think of anything that they actually said that was block worthy. So all these Russian bots, yeah, they block for sure. All right, Trail. Say something in the chat, young sir, and you should be there. Say something in the chat, Trail. You should have full rights and privileges. Yeah. I want folks tuned up who are acting an ass, but I don't have block bots on my shit. Only block thing I have on there is you don't need to be typing in all caps, because I still adhere to chat room etiquette, which means if you're typing in all caps, you're fucking yelling over a whole room, and that's stupid shit. We grown-ups. Act your fucking age. And anybody try to say nigger or something like that in here, you automatically getting it. There's some words that you just can't say in here, period. And I put them in there because it's just shit I don't want to hear. Plain and simple. No matter what I say on here, but it's my channel. I get to say what the fuck I want. So, all right, with that all out the way, I saw Malika Me Bane in here. What up, Malika? And since Malika is here, I will start it off right with his moniker. He hung on it. He named it. I will give Malika for supporting the stream on my left early. I'll give you the 3B salute. Appreciate you, Malika. Appreciate you. I don't have enough desk space. I do not have enough desk space. A lot of stuff running through my head. Part of it is calling this fucking person again to tell them to do the same thing I told the ass to do the last 2 days. Turn the system off. Turn the fan on. And let it fucking defrost. That is not a repeat work order. That's not a repeat work order. Every day, the same shit. Next one goes out to Trail. Appreciate you, Trail, for donating in the chat and saying my comment gets deleted. Not anymore. But thank you for being patient. Like I said, I only do a live stream once a week. So I have to be sitting in front of the computer to do that. I don't think I can do it on my phone. So, Trail, appreciate you making it back. I will give you a 3B salute. Appreciate you. And just for good measure, where's Trail? No, I got to do it on my phone. Gotta do it on my phone. No, I'm on a computer. I can do it on the computer. Just for good measure, Trail. Let's do something real quick. Let's do something real quick. See if I crash the whole system with this shit. See if I crash. Where's Trail? There we go. All right. Trail has now joined the wrecking crew. All right, Trail. That should keep you from getting into any more trouble. Now, if you make it to the block list, you did something, motherfucker. Oh, you did something. You did something. All right. In the South, we have to run ACs nonstop, 110% humidity. Yeah, I understand that in the South, Trail, but that's not here. And that's why it's multiple issues that makes up their ACs not running. See, you guys don't know. I'm an artisan. I learn a lot of shit. I learn a lot and know a lot. And one of the things I'm learning right now is HVAC and AC stuff. That's what I'm really learning right now. So that is another skill thrown into my toolbox, another tool thrown into my toolbox. So when I run up to a house, I do everything. So not only can I build it, I can actually maintain it too in every fashion. So I already did plumbing, already did electrical pretty competently. There's some stuff I just will call an electrician for because I know my ranges and what I want to mess with and what I don't. And electricity is one of the things I don't fuck around with. I don't. If I don't know, if I legitimately like 50% don't know, I'm not touching the shit. I will get somebody experienced to do it. Who knows? Because electricity, you only need to fuck it up one time and it's over for you. Electricity is one of those things you don't do alone. You do with a buddy, like scuba diving. Just in case you fuck up, somebody can actually pull your ass off that conduit and let go of them wires. Nah, bro. Not like that. It won't be over quickly. So plumbing, electrical, and now heating and cooling. Heating and cooling, that's all I'm doing right now. And I don't have a problem with it. I just get irritated with people who don't fucking listen and don't understand how to stop their own problems. Stop making the same problems. Or people who don't do their work correctly. If you're not going to do your work correctly, why even do the fucking job? You're making an issue for everybody else. Those 3-phase, 110, 220 volts ain't nice. No, it ain't nice. It's nice when it's going through the wall. It's not nice going through your ass. No, I got 120 through my arm once working construction because some asshole used this cord that they got ran over and they ran the cord from a 10 power box through a puddle in some shit. I grabbed that fucking shit and got the whole charge. Fuck you. My hands sounded like this arm. Just doing this, I feel the tendons and stuff like that in my arm. It sounded like an old rubber band that had been left out in the sun. You could hear it. Not cool. Not motherfucking cool. Yeah, I keep a relative on the phone when I'm working in my breaker panel. Yeah, Aquatech. Look, one hand in the panel, nothing metal. All your tools need to be insulated. Everything. Don't put nothing on top of the panel that can fall into the fucking panel and all of a sudden make that connection with your ass you don't want to make. Turn on the love light. You don't want that one. You don't want that one. I got Aquatech. Who was next? Who was next on the list? I'm sorry. Number one wrench in the building, Aquatech. I will give you that 3B salute. Appreciate you, Aquatech. And next one goes out to Swift Battle. He says, for the Geek Sunday tribute. Appreciate you, Swift, for giving a tribute. I will give you that 3B salute. Appreciate you. All right, folks. Now, I think we could possibly get on with the show, the really big show. Artie Edmore said, can I be a superhero if I get shocked while holding radioactive sludge? It's possible. If you inhale it like a gas, you'll be static. Just saying. It's possible. Are you dying to find out? I don't think so. All right, so what's in the news, the newest, latest today? Yeah, while getting bit by a spider in his ass. They call me electrolyte. There's so many dirty jokes for that one. So many dirty jokes, dude. So many dirty jokes. My stepdaughter was working on electrical furnace years ago. Power was off, but he had turned into a capacitor and discharged. Yeah, see, that's one of the things with the working on the HVACs, the capacitors. You have to touch them with something metal. After you turn the power off, you have to touch them with something metal to dissipate the charge. Otherwise, that shit will go into you. So, especially on the furnace, because they're usually up under and on the side, you got to touch that with like something metal to get the charge out of there. Now, it doesn't show you, it's nothing visual for you to see that the charge is dissipated. It's not. You just get to fucking find out, don't you? But hopefully, because they retain a charge, it's a capacitor, it's like a battery. It'll have a charge in it. You just don't want it where you have to stick your hand. So there we go. No one. Did you review Miss Marvel? I haven't even watched Miss Marvel yet. It came out on the 6th, huh? Yeah, it came out last week. I didn't even watch Miss Marvel yet. There's so much going on in geek stuff. Miss Marvel is not even on my list of stuff to talk about this week. I mean, for real. I mean, just on my geek list, I have less YouTube shit to actually talk about, more geek stuff, which is the Thunderbolts movie announcement, Black Adam trailer, Obi-Wan-Kenobi episode 4, The Boys episodes 1 through 4, Boys season 3 episodes 1 through 4, Stranger Things season 4, Ms. Marvel. I'll put that on the fucking list too, dude. I've had very little time to catch up on all this stuff because yesterday, when I thought I was going to have time to actually catch up on not Ms. Marvel, but season 4 Stranger Things, because I went back and I didn't remember any of Stranger Things season 3. I didn't think I saw season 3. I went back Wednesday and started binging on season 3 and got to finish it by Friday, right? So I could be abreast of what was going on and then start season 4. So Friday I started season 4 and I haven't got to watch the rest of that shit since. I got 3 episodes in. because I've been running back and forth to the same places over and over again, telling people the same fucking shit. Turn your fucking system off upstairs if you're not upstairs. Cool one zone that you're in. And then I will repeat, tell them, just run the fucking fan so you can defrost the unit. I got babies. So? I thought this yesterday. I'm getting back on a tangent again. I thought about this yesterday. You call an emergency line to complain about the house not getting too warm. But your excuse for why you're calling, or what you think should be a priority for everybody, is that you have young children or a baby in the house. And my thinking is this. Do you think your baby cannot stand 80-degree weather? How do you think children, babies in, I don't know, the fucking Sahara survive? They don't just burst into flame? Nobody in the desert, Iran, Iraq, Upper Sudan, Egypt, or anything like that. None of those babies actually survive because it's so goddamn hot there, right? They just spontaneously combust, and they don't have things like, I don't know, entitled first world problems like air conditioning, a moist breeze. They don't have any of that shit. And those kids survive some kind of way, don't they? Imagine that. I wonder what the fuck it is that they do. I wonder. How do those children even survive without air conditioning to keep them below 80 degrees? Yeah, Aquatech. Anybody who's been in the military in a sand country already knows, like, you need to shut the fuck up about your 80 degrees being hot. You don't know what the fuck hot is. Most of my family is from Arizona, where you wake up to a 90. You wake up to a 90, at least an 85. And it's all on from there. And you ain't running the AC all goddamn day. And kids still go outside and play. Fuck out of here. What up, Joe Herb? Herb in the building. Dropping his nuts on the table, says for the Geek Elite and the shop. I guess I'll do 50-50 on that, sir. You know how I do. If you guys want any donations that you make, if you want them to go to the shop, just put in the comment section for the shop, and I kick that right over to the shop. It goes into the shop account. Not my account for the stream, but the shop account. So appreciate you, Herb, for supporting the stream and the shop. And I will give you that big boy energy, that big dog sauce. Appreciate that.
Money for the crowd, double lag. Pussy on fat, double lag. 100 on the sack, double that. Block like a ghost town, still double bag.
Appreciate you, Herb. Yeah, Herb dropped his bizzles. Oh, let's put somebody's jizzles and make him slither nose. Take the kids and get an ice cream. Fuck, they got slushies up here for $1. Large ones. Like 20 ounces of fucking slushies for less than $1. Man, if you don't get them kids $5 and get their ass out the house, most of these other folks sitting out on their grass under the trees in front of their house bought their kids a big ass inflatable pool. And them kids out there splashing around in the fucking pool and shit. I went to one house yesterday. Kids next door out there splashing in a pool. That sounds so fun. It sounded so much fun. Just the water splashing in there sounded fun. It took me back to a memory of it being summertime and going to like the community pool and going swimming at the college or something like that. And then I had to remember, it is June. It's technically freaking summertime now. I didn't know that. I am not even thinking about the world in that sense anymore. My mind is telling me it's freaking June. I got this going on. I got this going on. I got this going on. I need to check this. I need to check that. This is what I need to do. I ain't thinking nothing about the fact that, oh, kids are going to be out of school. It's June. It's summer. These folks that just moved here or been here for a while gonna have a hard goddamn time if they think 80 degrees, 90 degrees is as hot as it's gonna get. Mr. DM, MDM. See, you should change your name to MDM online. It's just a suggestion. MDM1. Because then you make people figure out if it's what the rest of it means. You'd be MD Mac. We just dropped the Mr. off. Mr. D. See, Mr. DM would be good too, because it's funny. It plays on a topical reference. Yeah, Beastly is just as good. Just as good. Oh, he deleted that comment. There it is. Yeah, 7-Eleven Big Gulp. Fuck else do you need? I went by the Dollar Tree yesterday and they had those big high seas. Got me a couple of those. I got 2 of them. Put one in the refrigerator, one in the freezer, because that one that melts in the freezer, as soon as it melts, I'm eating that motherfucker like a slushie, and it's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be delicious. And yeah, Trail, the pack of popsicles, dude. One of the dudes here, he bought one of those big ass jumbo packs of Otter Pops and threw them in the freezer here. You don't think everybody's sucking on them damn things? Took a motherfucker back with an Otter Pop. I'm like, shit, you just don't know. I eat like a bag of these. Ain't nothing but water and ice. Like, these motherfuckers acting too stupid. Inflate. That's rich talk. Get that plastic pool. Yeah. Yeah, they had an inflatable, but this inflatable is like the what, $40, $50 one? I bought one of those for my kids when my daughter was small. I bought one for them. I thought it was a good idea. It was like, it's just a rigid side. You inflate the outside. It's just like a rectangle damn near donut, and you fill the middle, and it keeps the water in. It's not hella deep. It's not, maybe you can get it like, 18 inches, 2 feet deep, and jump in there, motherfucker. Them kids was in there having a fucking ball. And I remember that's what it was for us, because I drive down a little further, I see some kids doing the same shit we used to do. Look, if you water in the grass on this day, in the middle of the fucking day, which seems stupid as hell to me, you water the grass at night. And it's California. We got water problems. You don't be wasting all this goddamn water in the daytime. These motherfuckers just running through the sprinkler. That's what we did. Go water the grass. You take that sprinkler out there, turn that shit on, and me and my brother be jumping through the damn sprinkler, getting wet all day. No pool, no. Like these, I tell you, some of these kids nowadays, the parents that they have is the reason why the kids are fucked up. It's not the kids necessarily, it's the parenting. It's like with the dog. A dog is well behaved if the owner of the dog trains it to be well behaved. Because the place where I saw the kids playing in the pool, that woman had a beautiful husky dog, and that motherfucker was trained as hell. Legit trained. Big ass husky. Trained. She told that motherfucker don't move a muscle. It did not move a muscle. It didn't whimper. It didn't whine. It didn't do shit. It just looked at me like, what's up, nigga? And when I left, it didn't get up. Nothing. It didn't move for real. And I'm like, your dog is very well trained. He said, oh no, he knows. I was like, I bet he do. And I'm sitting there listening to her about that, and I'm thinking, this is how they want men. Trained. And I sat there and thought about it. I said, I'll probably never date a woman who has a dog that damn trained. I won't. I'll never date a woman who has a dog that well trained. Because that means that she would be thinking of try to do the same thing with me. And I figured that out a while ago when I was feeling out this other chick that I wanted to actually date. She was kind of geeky. She was kind of nerdy. And she had a dog. She had a beautiful greyhound. She had a greyhound. That fucking dog was fast too. I didn't realize how fast greyhounds were. But we were walking. We're just going, I think we're going like to McDonald's or some shit. We're just walking. And we're walking the dog. If she's walking her dog, I'm walking with her with the damn dog. And how she's training the dog and how she kept trying to walk on the outside. I'm like, and I'm just sizing it up. I'm like, you would not be the alpha in this situation. You would fight with her the whole time over this because she wants to be the alpha in the situation. Because the dog only listens to her. It's her fucking dog. And she's not taking the non-alpha role with you. She would be pushing to try to be the alpha. And I'm not doing that shit. You're not going to be my fucking alpha. Fuck all that. So I didn't pursue it. Just based on that, I didn't pursue the relationship because I saw how she was talking to a dog. All right? I saw how she was talking to the dog to get conformity and compliance. Never be talking to me like that. Fuck that. You'd have a problem. And in which case, I don't feel like arguing with your ass in the future. We can be friends. You can. And we are. Because I didn't push it. I was like, nah, fuck that. Anyway, moving on to something else. Get the fire department to put a sprinkler adapter on the city fire hydrant and the whole neighborhood can join in. Yeah. Up here, so much brown grass and stuff like that up here because it gets so oppressively hot. It can. But because it's a lot of rolling hills and stuff, you get a good breeze. It gets breezy. I get pissed off at these people calling in the middle of the night because the AC won't get cold. And I'm like, motherfucker, we got the wind going like 25 miles an hour up here and it's cold. Why don't you open a fucking window? Hello, hello. Mr. Ed, what's good?
I test positive for COVID.
Oh, well, that's nice to know.
So,
Well, it's a good thing we. Yeah.
you sleep here again?
Fire. Well, that's my mentor. One sec. Well, that's good. Good and bad news. I just found out one of my coworkers has COVID. He just found out he was positive because some assholes traveled to Texas, friends, and came back and said they had it. Now he got it. Thanks a lot for roommates, right? California, a lot of people have fucking roommates. It's not a surprise, but dumb motherfuckers do dumb shit to get people who aren't acting dumb fucked up. So he's going to be gone for a week, which means that work is going to be tough for a lot of these motherfuckers next week because they're not as knowledgeable as him. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. And yes, Joe Average Brother, J-A-B, the Jab. That was your nickname should be, Jab. That's what I'm calling you from now on, Jab. You come in this chat room, I'm calling you Jab. J-Ab or Jabi. Jabi. Joe Average Brother. Jabba. Yes, shout out to KS. Buy a dog and die alone. Oh, they already got the dogs. You didn't even have to tell them that shit. They have the dogs. That's been a trend that we've been noticing for a long time. Any chick with a big ass dog that's sleeping in bed with her, she's gonna be alone. Especially if she treats it like a child. It's not a fucking child. It is an animal. You realize that, right? Doesn't speak English, walks on 4 legs. You have to take it to the vet. Doesn't go to your pediatrician.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, Mr. Ed. Yeah, it's a fucking animal. Treat it as such. I like animals. I've had pets. Yeah, no such thing as a fucking fur baby. I'd never say that shit. Told you guys before. Shout out to Aaron McKean. Words have power, and they become in the lexicon if you show it love, which means you use it or verb it. I'm not using that shit at all because I want it to die. That's how a lot of words go away. You don't use it. If you don't make it popular by using this shit, it goes away. It's not popular lexicon. I'm not using fur baby. Ever. It sounds stupid to me. It's childish. It's a fucking dog or a cat or an animal. Domesticated animal. I'm not calling it a fur baby. That's like calling it a Furby. Get it? That's why that lexicon is dumb, because it came from something else. It's all in one age group. Keep making up this dumbass terminology. And backwards terminology at that. No, it's a fucking dog. And this is how you know the difference between a dog and a child. If two things are drowning or you're in a house fire and you got to grab one thing to save, you can only save one thing. Your child or your dog that got, I don't know, front wheels for legs. Which one are you going to pick up and run out of the house with? You only got 1 second. You can only take one of them. Which one are you going to take? If you said your dog, you need to die in that fire too. You do. The dog is not perpetuating shit in your family. Not a damn thing. The dog won't even outlive your family at all. It's a fucking dog. Yeah, it looks fun in pictures. Yeah, it makes you seem like the cool parents at the play yard with all the other little dogs doing what dogs do, sniffing each other's ass and stuff, chasing balls. But it's not a child. And mind you, in California, I've seen people do exactly this. Walk their dog off a leash, but have their actual child walking with a harness on them. Y'all got this shit fucked up. No. I'm all for not being cruel to animals and treating animals decently. That's how you're supposed to treat everything, right? But I'm not for having animals and dogs and cats replacing actual children and people. That's not what I'm for. That's absolutely ridiculous. No. Mm-mm. Shit. You'd wish it was only in California. You wish. They export that shit. It's in your town too. Any one of these trendy new areas that are building up, these new gentrified areas, go over there to that area about 5, 6 o'clock at night and see what you see. These motherfuckers are on a program like they got set with that shit from birth. Like by 5:30, 6 o'clock, we need to be out walking the dog. I need to have my black shorts, my little tennis shoes on, my short crop socks, and my shirt, and we all need to be out. You need to have your spandex on, little jeggings with your cell phone on the side, and you need to walk on the outside of me. It's like pre-programmed, dude. I go to different neighborhoods and I see this shit often. I'm like, did I miss a meeting? I've lived here forever. Did I miss a goddamn California meeting that this is what everybody's supposed to do at this time? It gets so nuts that people actually want this shit. If you're not doing that shit in your relationship, they think something wrong with your relationship. I'm like, no, it could be something wrong with them, because I don't see why everybody need to be super fit to do nothing. You're not doing anything. So why are you super fit? Want their machine parts working correctly? I guess, whatever. A lot easier to train a dog than a brat? No, it's not. Actually, it's the same. Trail, I think you got kids, you know it. It's not much difference. It's really not much difference. But here's the thing, is that here's what it actually is that, and this is my opinion. That's why I have my a-hole tag on. This is representing me, right? A lot of what these people do is that they don't actually like people. And they don't want the responsibility of raising a child. So it gets them to be perpetually children. They don't have to have that responsibility about raising something and fucking it up. Right? Term-wise, time-wise, an animal is a shorter term contract than a child. Because a child can live about 80 goddamn years. The dog might not make it to 13. So you can pretend to be all it is, because all the accoutrements that they want for raising a decent dog is a child. That's where all that effort is supposed to be going into. But they don't have to suffer any of the fucking stigma if they fuck up. They don't have to do the hard parts, which is learning how to actually communicate with something that talks back to you, and how to actually deal with other human beings that aren't dependent upon you for their food and everything, and not just sitting there like stuck asses waiting for you to come home. No, they're not. It's an innate selfishness and superiority that they want to have over the thing that's domesticated for them. Now, you can't tell me that the amount of time some of these people spend training this dog and buying it clothes and all this other shit, that they couldn't have used that time to actually have a fucking child and use that same energy into doing it. No, obviously they have the ability in them to do it. They just don't fucking want to because they're selfish. The dog doesn't have to share anything they don't want to share with them. That's why you have chicks that don't have a man but have a dog, and the dog sleeps in the bed with them. They only go where they tell them, and they only eat when they feel like feeding them. Some situations, which I see, people who have dogs, multiple dogs, and children, they take care of the dogs better than the children. That's a crime to me. You know why? Because why can you say it's abuse if you malnourish a fucking dog, but you got these kids in here running amok and not taking care of them and paying more attention to the dog? The children are actually your species. They actually came from you. They will perpetuate your family name and lineage. The dog ain't do that. It might not make it to the next generation outside of you. It is not a long-term commitment. It's just something to feel good for the moment and make like you're doing something epic. I rescued a pit bull. It wasn't in need of rescue. If you motherfuckers wouldn't have tried to criminalize pit bulls because black folks liked them, they wouldn't have a bad rap and need to be rescued. Because I don't know if you know this or not, people fight all kind of shit. People, other animals, chickens, snakes, grasshoppers, praying mantises. Animals fight each other. So you ain't stopping that shit. You just want to take the one weapon that had police officers afraid of running in everybody's house in the goddamn hood, because even if they couldn't have a gun, they can have a big ass goddamn dog, and you don't want to have to deal with that goddamn dog. Because a pit bull will fuck up a German Shepherd. That's why you criminalize them. And Rottweilers, and not why you have laws in California that you can only have certain types of dogs in houses. And some dogs are on the list that you cannot have. That's for that control. They don't want you to have it. Because white folks are going to buy pit bulls all day and make it like they're doing something epic and saving the dog and installing the virtues of the dog, when it's like, yeah, I've known that shit forever. You ain't got to tell me something I already fucking know, you moron. Because you made it cool for you to have it, but criminalized it for me. I smell bullshit. I smell bullshit, sir. Yeah. Yeah, pit bulls. I've had pit bulls my whole life as a kid. I've been around pit bulls my whole life. Never got bit by one. They've torn up some fucking furniture, but they didn't have toys then either. That's why I say it's not the dog, it's the owner. Just like with your kid. After they get a certain age, they're adults, right? But it's your training. In between that time, until they are actually adults, how they understand how to act and behave with people is a reflection on you. So if you got loud, acting wild, crazy ass behaving kids, and all you keep doing is throwing your hands up, I can't do nothing with them. These kids just don't listen. No, you aren't worth listening to. You're not a parent. You're probably just one of the kids. And you're ineffective in your parenting. But like you discipline a dog, you can discipline your children. Only difference is children talk back too. And they remember that shit. And they remember it a lot longer than a dog will. Because a dog, as soon as you leave the house and come back, a minute later, they ain't forgot that shit. They don't know. They ain't holding a grudge like that. Yeah, there are no bad dogs, only bad owners. Yeah, there are. You make them that way. That's why they always try to relate men to being dogs so they can say they're just all bad to begin with. No. Every dog ass dude was nice at first. He got turned into a dog. What up, AB Media? Ensign Media from the Federation has arrived. You transported in. Good to see you. I hate to see people worry more about the kill shelter than a man being able to find shelter. Exactly, Trail. That's what makes it so fucking disgusting to me. That's why I go so fucking. I don't go hard on it, but when asked and when it's brought up, I do have shit to say about it. 1 second. Yeah, this is the last nerve, Aquateki. This is the last nerve. Now I got to go back to this house again to tell her to do exactly what I told them to do last week or yesterday and the day before that, which is turn the goddamn AC off upstairs if you're not up there. Now she's saying he left it off all night. Today, it is a grand total whopping 65 fucking degrees outside. And they're worried about the AC. It's 65 degrees outside. It's not even hot. I bet you when I walk out this fucking door, it's windy as shit. Motherfucker. And I told you guys, that when we started the stream, it was almost time for them to be out of church, and then they'd be calling. It is not 12:12. I got 2 calls back to back for the same shit. We need a portable AC unit for 65 degrees? Open a fucking window. Where they are, where this person is on a hill. One of the windiest spots in this base. Work my goddamn nerves today. They are gonna work my motherfucking nerves today. Because this is some bullshit. So now mind you, my coworker came here and he asked me if I stayed here the night. And I did. Reason being, I stay a half hour away. If I drove all this way every time for something as silly as this, I would be pissed off. It wouldn't be the last nerve. I'd be done. I'd be really done. Because I drove a half hour, I paid to go over the bridge, I burned $7 a gallon worth of goddamn gas to come all the way up here because you want to open a fucking window and turn off your AC upstairs where your ass ain't even at. And wonders why the shit is open. Dude, I'd show up, man. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd be like Darth Vader in that episode 4 Obi-Wan, stomping in there like bitch. I would be like Darth Vader. I'd be stomping in there like, hey, Rich, Anakin on one. Yeah, Anakin on one. Oh shit, he feeling the force today. Yeah, I would be. Force choking like a motherfucker. From the corner. Not at the door, from the corner. I warned you. I gotta come back here before Monday. Motherfucker. Here's the other thing that gets irritating. These motherfuckers talk to each other. So fucking silly. One gets something, tells the other one, and now they all want to call at the same time, wanting that same thing. They're so fucking entitled that if you tell them you don't have another one of the thing, then they're upset. Because now they don't have what everybody else does. When the person who asked for it was bullshitting anyway. We only have so many. It's not endless. Mhm. So, which means I have to end my stream. What are you talking about? Are you fucking kidding me today? This goofy motherfucker. This is not a week. This is not an emergency call at all. This is not a fucking emergency. It's mostly that, Trail. It's mostly that. It is. It is mostly that. That's what most of these calls are coming from. That's all they are. And the ones that are men calls, it's a woman in the background telling them what to say. I went to this one address 3 times. Why? Because the dude keep trying to learn how to do what it is I'm fucking doing. And he don't think I know what I'm doing when I get there and show up and fix it. Oh, it's not working correctly. How the fuck do you know? Do you do this? And so he keeps going out there trying to figure it out, fucking with shit. And then I come back and it's like, who did this shit? This is not what I just left. It would work if a different person was showing up every time, but it's been the same person. So I know what the fuck I did here because I take pictures of everything. And when I come back and somebody has ripped the seals off of all this stuff, it's like, why the fuck were they in here? This is not their business. That's why I said they wouldn't make it as homeowners. They would be bad renters, if anything. Nobody told you to get your ass in there and you're not certified to be even doing that. Get out of there. What the fuck do you think you're doing? I apologize, you guys. Work is frustrating right now. I ain't gonna get no stink. I'm gonna have my fucking mask on and I'm not talking. Straight to the facts. And I'm not supposed to be spending a lot of time sitting around conversating with their ass either, because if I'm spending more time conversating with them, then I'm wasting more time on the job. I'm wasting more time on the damn job. That means I'm not doing the damn job. And I'm spending more time schmoozing with them so they give me a 5-star rating than doing the fucking job I was there for and getting out, so I'm not wasting the company's time. Dumb shit. I'm a pretty patient dude and pretty tolerant of a lot. But dumb shit taxes that overly. It does. So this person and found out something from somebody else and now they're asking for it. Now she wants it. For what? It's fucking 65 degrees. And these people are from Florida. Anyway, moving on. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. We got 5 people, so you got an hour and 30 minutes into a show, so you got half a show for half of donations. I shouldn't feel bad about that shit at all, should I? Yeah, Trail, exactly. What the fuck? What in the absolute fuck? Anyway, so what can I get to really somewhat quickly, because I got a response time here, because I told her an hour. Hey, that's what the phone number said. It said from Florida. Cream puff. hot house flowers. Cream puff, hot house flowers. Anyway, moving on. What can I say about some of this stuff? Because I'm going to have to cut this one short, I will give you guys a part 2 later on. Hopefully, by fucking 8 o'clock, they don't start flooding me with calls like they did last night up until midnight until somebody finally falls the fuck asleep. And I can actually give you guys a stream with the rest of the content and have an open panel discussion about some of this stuff. But it's already 12, maybe. I might have about an hour or two free. This call shouldn't take too long. But how it's been going this week, as soon as I get to a call, I get that one done, close it out, another one comes right in, and I just move on to the next house because I'm already here. So, you get a cold strawberry soda and shut the fuck up. Yeah, for real, no one. Yeah, sit the fuck down. Get some lemonade. Get your ass some lemonade. Cold strawberry soda. Yeah. I want some fucking cheesecake today, though. They fucking me up because I ain't really had breakfast yet. I had some coffee. I had a couple of donuts. I had 2 bananas. I have not had anything that I wanted to have for breakfast, like some fucking pancakes. So I'm jonesing. My body knew yesterday that I needed coffee because I hadn't had coffee in a week. It was time. My body knows. It's like it has cravings. And yesterday I was craving coffee and I didn't have any coffee. That was the one day I was craving it, Saturday. Because Saturday I usually have coffee. Have my breakfast and have coffee. But right now I got somebody in the shop for me while I'm here doing this shit with these goofy people. So I had no coffee. And I was craving it last night. And I woke up this morning craving coffee. So I had to go get myself some coffee. And have pancakes in a minute. I usually have French toast. But that's what I was craving. I was craving some pancakes. Strawberry shake, yeah. They don't have no strawberry shakes at this spot. They don't. They do chocolate and vanilla. And chocolate is always the first one gone. It's like, and realize all these white folks like black brown stuff in their mouth. They don't eat the vanilla? They don't like the vanilla? Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll take it. Yeah, Florida. Yeah, they're not Floriders. They're Floridas. So anyway, what I got to say about some of this stuff, and hopefully I can come back, reboot the stream, and we can do it again, part 2. But remember, we're on the Thunderbolts. What can I say about this Thunderbolts in like 3 minutes or less? 5 minutes or less? The announcement is not a shock for me. The announcement is not a shock for me. I think we talked about that. I talked about it on this stream not a year or so ago when they were doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And at the same time, I was predicting the Young Avengers were coming, possibly the Ultimates. I was talking about the whole thing with Winter Soldier, with Val and U.S. agent and whatnot, and what she was creating, and people were speculating, oh, what is Val doing? What is she doing there? And I said, there's only 2 teams she could possibly be working on, Dark Avengers or the Thunderbolts. And since you know Red Hulk was supposed to be showing up, it's probably the Thunderbolts. Them announcing, oh, we're going to do the Thunderbolts. No shit. Yeah, I kind of figured you would. So I think that's what's happening right now, is because some of this stuff I've been following for a while. When they make the announcement, I'm not as enthused, especially when some of their products coming out are lackluster. What am I excited for? For you to fuck up something else again? Look, Star Wars can't really show me anything right now. Marvel is getting on that boat. I'm going to see what this Miss Marvel is, because I wanted to see what the Miss Marvel show turned out to be. I really did. Minus the fact that they fucked up her powers. Let me just see what this is so I understand how it works in the Marvels and what they actually put out there. Because I told you guys, I was reading the Miss Marvel comic from the start. and I liked it. It was fun. It was fun. Teen girly comedy. It was fun. I was fine with that. The character was fun, but more fun of the character was her powers because her powers were goofy as she was. So that's why you can get the oversized hands and feet and stuff like that because that's kind of how Kamala's personality was too, quirky, right? So I was willing to give it a chance because I don't hate the character of Ms. Marvel. She's a fun character. She's fun. That's what I'm expecting from this show, for it to be fun. Put somebody else in that Avengers level pantheon that's fun like Ant-Man, but a female. Fine. I can't say that they gender swapped the character. It's Ms. Marvel. It's the second version of Ms. Marvel. Fine. I don't care that she's a Muslim. That's actually more interesting because it plays into how her family dynamic is for an Americanized Muslim versus a traditional Muslim that came here, which still makes them kind of Americanized. But basically, it's a second gen Muslim household, right? Okay, fine. Gotta remember what day it came on? No, I just had to get up on what day the boys came out on because I forgot. All right. So I got my Obi-Wan on Wednesdays and I got the boys on Fridays. And I guess Ms. Marvel was there on Wednesday too now. Thursday? I don't fucking know. Anyway. Thunderbolts being there is not a surprise. Baron Zemo, Red Hulk, all these other villains that are still alive or were possibly on the raft and stuff like that. You didn't need to be a genius to see this shit coming, dude. All you had to do was actually watch the fucking movie and pay attention. All this shit is coming. So, wow. They announced the Thunderbolts. Here, let me show you guys what my shock face looks like. That's my shock face. Yeah, the Thunderbolts are coming. No shit. So I would actually look to see that Dylan run of the Thunderbolts because I'm not as partial to the Thunderbolts under Baron Zemo's leadership, but they can just, the characters they have available in the MCU right now, they can just merge those two teams together. The Baron Zemo's Thunderbolts, the Red Hulk Thunderbolts, and merge all those characters together. And I don't think anybody would have too much of a problem with that. Outside of the fact that Red Hulk as Thunderbolt Ross is a leader. He's not a follower. And Baron Zemo is a leader, not a follower. But since William Hurt is actually dead now, I think they can get away with moving on to that second Red Hulk, which was some other dude who was just a soldier. So you can have a Red Hulk that would just play the background to a Zemo and not be the Red Hulk that's trying to lead the team. Okay. So I would look to see that. Zemo goes from the Ant-Man movies. If you saw the Ant-Man movies with that chick's sexy self, a Red Hulk, maybe a Blonsky, I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine seeing that. Wouldn't be too much of a stretch to see. What up, BMT? Yeah, she wasn't even a hero in training. She was a hero new. If you read the comic book, she was a hero fan. She was a fan. They got powers. What do you think that would be? You go to any convention and see one of these big geeky fans, right? One of these weird fans, and give them abilities. What do you think is going to happen? Hence, comedy ensues. Yeah. She's not good at this shit. She fought some mort-ass fucking villains, too. So it was fine for her. The comic worked. The comic was fun. The artist was really good on it because the artist, like I said, the artist was a hip-hop head. So it fed hip-hop references into the backgrounds of all the panels. It did. Because the Furious Five Pigeons was funny as fuck to me. That was like one of the funniest issues of that book where they were going to Atlan and all the references to 80s, 90s, and hip hop and stuff like that was in there. That was fucking awesome. It was fun. Kumo D as a pigeon and shit like that. Come on, man. If you know your hip hop, you know who the fuck that is. That's Kumo D. The hell are you doing? This isn't bad as far as taking from the perspective of a 16-year-old kid. Yeah, that's usually what will work. That's all I'm watching it for, Malika. I'm not saying if it's bad or good because I haven't seen it, but I know I'm expecting teenage, excuse me, teenage angst because I'm familiar with the fucking character. I was reading the character in the time it was out. So I'm really familiar with the character. I'm fine with that. That's what it should be. Yeah, Bruno is kind of like a Ron Stoppable. But that's what this generation knows. They know guys being background, silly sidekick characters to females. That's what they're raised on. You just mentioned it. Kim Possible. That's part of the programming. Can't do anything right, kind of goofy, the kind of tech guy. Even most of y'all who grew up on Static Shock and Richie. Who was Richie? Sidekick, goofy character, was kind of the tech guy. You know, what they call the guy in the chair now, right? That character never fucking existed outside of that cartoon. Never. Never was there. That was the role they were picking for you guys and put that out there since the 90s. Usually everybody got in. Even in the 80s. Even in G.I. Joe, the fucking doctor was out there with a pistol on the battlefield. When they started imbuing this social shit, that's where they made the medic a pacifist. Don't use violence. Violence is not the answer. Then why the fuck did you join the military? Didn't you have to qualify with a weapon? That's why Lifeline was kind of a bitch character. And Doc was a boss. Doc and Stretcher was the dudes you wanted to be. Nobody wanted to be Lifeline. Yeah. He heard Messiah. You're a follower. So I'll check out Ms. Marvel and give you guys a report on that. Because I also have to check out the rest of Stranger Things season 4. And for the 3 episodes that I saw, it's fucked up. And shout out to the tutor, Toya, were telling me that this season of Stranger Things was really messed up. The first 3 episodes, it's kind of fucked up, but I did laugh my ass off when Elle finally got some nuts about herself since she in high school. And the girl who tripped her and made fun of her dead daddy and all the rest of that shit, she picked up that roller skate and beat that bitch in the face with it. I laughed. It wasn't horrific. It was fucking funny and deserved. Because you showed her getting this super mean girl treatment from some California chicks the whole time. And she finally did something. And at this point in the story with Elle, she don't have her powers. And she keep relying on that as a reflex. And it's not there. You need to get with this shit now. And learn that kids actually fight with hands. Yeah, blick up. Yep. Yeah, she bounced, rocked, and roller skated her motherfucking face, dude. I laughed my ass off like, damn! I think she killed her. Oh, she ain't dead? Well, that girl got a hard head. She got a hard goddamn head, boy. I thought she killed her. Because that should have done it. Because the way she had it with the wheels out, just hammered her head. Dude, she dead. What the fuck did you do? Hell, you just killed this bitch in the roller skating ring. What's up with that? In the 80s? Nigga. This ain't Warriors? The fuck? Yeah, I died laughing at L's response. Yeah, look, man, fuck them. Fuck that chick. That chick was a bitch. Intentionally, for no reason. They hating that girl because she an outer towner and different in the 80s. And teasing her about her dead father. Look, I don't care who you are. You start teasing somebody about their dead parent or somebody that they loved like that, you can expect to get some fucking payback. You deserve it after that. You do. Go out of your way to be demonstrative about it. I need to go ahead and put my Joker thing up here. You get the fuck you deserve. That's all that shit is. That's all it is. Your comeuppance. And she got it in the face. In the face, like all bitches do. So I'm gonna check out Stranger Things and Miss Marvel if I get a chance tonight or tomorrow. Black Adam trailer. I like it. Everybody getting hung up on the fact that, oh, he kills. I'm like, yeah, he does. So you watching the boys, ain't you? Aren't you watching the boys? Fucking Homelander is a hero, killing all kinds of people. Other heroes. You shocked that Black Adam kills? I don't understand how at the same time some of this fan base has grown up, some of this fan base acts really childlike. Like they don't understand and don't read fucking comics and call themselves fans. Yeah, Black Adam will kill. Funniest part to all of this was that I did my live response to the Black Adam trailer, and I heard it echoed from other people's mouths. Exactly the same comparison. Exactly the same words. It makes me feel good. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Donate to the channel when you do. Appreciate that. Because I don't have a problem with being right, but I do like getting my credit. I give credit where it's due. If you're going to use my shit, you might as well, support it. You can support it anonymously. I don't have to know it was you necessarily. And I'm really easy to get in touch with. Do some shit. Let's talk. Yeah, don't be talking trash about my daddy, adopted or otherwise, motherfucker. Look, get fucked up. You can get fucked up for that. Yeah, folks. Shit, folks would ask, did you get it all out? No, she ain't got it all out. There's still some more ass whoopings to be coming. Yeah, the superhero trope with superheroes don't kill is dead. That's gone. Injustice didn't do it all, but there's a lot of stories before Injustice that shows that heroes will kill. They even walking that on Superman a little bit, that Superman will kill, just he tries not to as much. Because that's where the characters are. Nobody's buying that shit nowadays. It's not what's working. People don't like Wolverine because Wolverine is sticking everybody with, cream puff blades and shit like that. No, people like Wolverine because Wolverine fucking slaughters people when pressed. And they come after him, you come back at him, you don't run. And he making quivering bloody sushi every time you do. And that's why people like Wolverine. That's why people like the Punisher. That's why people like Deadpool. Because no matter what they do in a cartoon to try to make this character family friendly and stuff like that, Deadpool is not no family friendly character. He is raunchy. He uses humor that little kids should not be hearing. And Deadpool is a mercenary. It means he does some grimy shit for a living, usually killing folks. It's called Deadpool, not Funpool. So let's get that shit out of everybody's head and grow the fuck up with the characters. Yeah. Wolverine is the best he is at what he does. And the rest of the line goes, and what he does is not pretty. He's the best he is at what he does. And what he does is killing people. Things. That's what he's the best at. Killing things. The best he is at what he does. And what he does is kill things. Yeah, what up, F Holiday? Yeah, typical anti-hero. That's what makes you an anti-hero. The fact that you will kill somebody. I love Spawn. Spawn is an anti-hero. He's not a hero. He's an anti-hero. You know how badass of an anti-hero he is? Motherfucker killed the god and the devil in his universe and became God himself. And they look like children. Al Simmons wasn't a nice guy to begin with. He wasn't a hero. He thought he was, but he wasn't. Al Simmons was a murderer. He killed people. He was in the military. He worked for a Black Ops part. He killed fucking folks. Bad or good, didn't really matter. He killed fucking folks. That's why he ended up on Malbosia's list. Like, hey, we was waiting for you to show up. Got a job for you. He's an anti-hero. Anti-heroes are what people accept nowadays because they understand the world is not positive. If I can have this argument with my mother about listening to politicians and who right and who wrong and who did this and who didn't, and have to understand that all of these people are actually fucked up and do dirty shit. That is our culture. The squeaky clean hero doesn't work for everybody. Doesn't. In the words of Lonzo from Training Day, to get anywhere with some of these people, you're going to have a little dirt on you. So it won't deal with you otherwise. So, Black Adam trailer, I'm fine with it. The responses, I'm fine with it. Boys season 4, I'm liking. I'm really liking a lot. And the point of where they got to this week with finally pulling Soldier Boy out of the thaw, the big sleep. I'm interested to see where that goes. Huey having powers and teleporting. Okay. They got more naked white men in this shit than, I guess, a gay porn film. But it is what the hell it is. I mean, it's kind of funny in the way that it happens, but people get into business. I feel bad for Supersonic. I do. don't make y'all look ain't doing Latinos no favors with that shit. God damn, that motherfucker died off screen and fucked up. Just eviscerated. Homelander, that actor that's playing Homelander, he's quickly becoming, he is making like a hallmark performance in this one. Because, wow, that fucking character is so much fucking fun to see on the screen. And this is how much fun he is on screen. In the same world where you have a Nolan from Invincible's dad, you have Injustice Superman. There's a such thing as a red sun. There's a such thing as a dark side. There's a such thing as a Brightburn, right? Brandon Breyer. You have this character who stands out, walks around with an American flag as his cape the whole time, has powers of Superman, and he is just verbally fucking with people all the time, and they can't do shit about it. He just finally stood up and realized, grabbed his nuts and said, I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. And let's just stop the bullshit. You know I can do whatever I want, and I will. And what you want to do is get on the right side of me and don't fucking piss me off. And just carrying it like that. That scene in episode 3 where he's giving that speech at his birthday party, where he just went off, that was reminiscent of Network, where the newscaster or the television caster, he went off. And I've played it on here before, that whole rant about television. That's what the fuck Homelander just did. He just delivered a scene like that. And in the middle, nope. He ain't donating no money. He ain't doing none of that shit. This bitch lied, and I'm telling you she's lying because, yes, I'm better than you. Like, that was fucking genius, dude. That was fucking genius. I love that scene. I took that as my I'm gonna say it here just to see who pops up and uses it. I took that as my thumbnail for my review on those first 4 episodes, or first 3 episodes, but then number 4 came out of The Boys season 3. I did, because that was the hallmark scene. That was the key point. Like, oh my god, this motherfucker is on not 1 but 2. He owned the 1 and the 2. What you gonna do about it? And see everybody falling in line, snitching on each other, ratting each other out, doing some crazy shit, trying to. You can try. It might buy you a second, but Homelander's not that dude you need to be fucking with right now, unless you got some serious power. You better have some. If you don't, he heard you talking, motherfucker. He heard you. And he taking that shit real personal. that look, the Boys show is being fun. I look forward to seeing every episode of that. And it's contrasted in the sense of why I'm dreading every fucking episode now on going forward with Obi-Wan. Now, this is the point I want to make on this Obi-Wan shit. And I'm still watching the clock because I got a response time, right? Episode 4 was the worst episode of this show so far. And I wasn't looking forward to seeing it, because episode 3 already fucked me up. Going into episode 4, I wasn't feeling any better. Not any fucking better about any of it. And watching it, as I told you, I made myself watch the shit. I wasn't impressed at all. It was the worst episode. And it's past the middle point. It's not even pivotal. It's like, now, I'm the one for trying to use the sandwich method, right? Like, there's good points in everything, right? Even a shitty movie has some good points. Even Dark Phoenix has some good points in it. It does. But I'm not looking at that shit right now with the Star Wars. I can't. And I shouldn't blame it on Star Wars as a whole, because I know where it's coming from. And it's basically anything that Sidious's daughter, KK, has her hands involved in, you get this shit. You get this. The destruction of masculine characters that the fan base loves, and she tears them down and reduces them to weak, cowardly fuck. I can't think of the word right now. Basically, completely against whatever they used to be. And they just want to go somewhere and die, which is basically her psychological tale and what she wants to happen with them. She wants them to go somewhere and die so she can have Star Wars to herself. I'm sick of talking about how badly this chick needs to be removed from the Star Wars universe. I am. That's why I try not to mention it as much, because what am I getting upset about it for? They're not doing it. They ain't doing it in any way fast. They're not doing it to where we don't have to have shit like the Obi-Wan Kenobi show be a fucking ass suck. It might as well be a Sarlacc pit. How the fuck do you... Well, we know how they did it because we're watching it. But why would you do that? Why would you do that? And then sign these people on for multiple show deals to keep doing this same shit? I'll say this, and this is for me, and it's kind of in relation to Obi-Wan and a lot of the other stuff that's going on with Lucasfilm and Disney overall. Kathleen Kennedy, KK, is sitting behind all of this shit. You want to know why Disney was having its walkouts? All roads lead back to KK. You want to know why a lot of this agenda shit is being pushed all throughout the company? I say all roads go back to KK. If you want to know why certain people have gotten fired recently and what they were on and what positions they were jockeying for, all roads lead back to KK. And if you want to know why the Star Wars universe sucks so fucking badly right now, outside of a few bright spots being The Mandalorian, all roads go back to KK. All roads lead back to her. This is an opportunistic infection, dude. It's like fucking herpes with this motherfucker right now. It's just going to keep coming back. It's just going to keep metastasizing and growing bigger. At this point, I think John and Dave are spending more time doing damage control than they can be doing being creative. Can't be. They can't be. Everything that they have to keep going back and doing and writing is to fix some shit that this bitch keeps introducing into the universe, such as a shitty Luke Skywalker and a shitty ass Obi-Wan. Now, I'm not calling none of the shit that she's produced in Star Wars her legacy. She don't have a fucking legacy. She has children. That's her fucking legacy. Her daughters, that's your mama's legacy. You're going to carry that shit with you. Good luck. She does not have a legacy in Star Wars other than a legacy of fucking failures. By my count, at least 4. To the tune of possibly billions of dollars. And she still won't leave, and they still can't make her go. I don't know how the fuck that works. Nobody, even the son of fucking God, was able to put off being axed. Nobody else but her. So at this rate, in this world, in this universe, she's more insulated than Jesus fucking Christ when it comes to getting her out of a position. And I use Jesus Christ not being joking about that shit. He actually was crucified if you believed he exists. He was crucified and he fucking died. He got the fuck out of here. Kathleen Kennedy ain't gone nowhere. And all this time has gone nowhere. And keep feeding shit in and using her little minions to keep fucking up more stuff in the Star Wars universe and tearing down more characters in this. I had a talk with my mother this week. My mother called me during the week, during the day. She knows I'm at work. My mother called me, which she never really does because she knows I'm working, right? She won't call me during the day like that. So that's why I answered the phone, because I'm like, oh, it must be important. What's going on? She called me this week to tell me how fucking terrible that Jurassic Park Dominion movie was. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that shit? You'd have to know my mother to really believe that shit. She called me at work during the day to tell me how badly that movie was. Now, mind you, I get a lot of my movie watching from my mother. That's why we can talk movies all the time. She loves movies. But she called me to tell me how terrible it was. Not that she was looking for it, mind you. She went and paid IMAX money to see it. She actually went out to the theater. She didn't, have it safe at the compound. She paid and went to a theater to see that shit by herself to go watch this fucking movie. And it was terrible for her. She said it was terrible. You know what she didn't mention as a black woman? She didn't give a fuck about the black woman that was in there either. That wasn't a good character for her. She's like, yeah, she was all right, but no. The movie is shit. And all I could do was sit there and laugh my fucking ass off because I had already listened to the Double Toaster Brothers go in on the movie. I was like, damn, is it that bad? That same day, my mother called me. Or excuse me, the next day, my mother called me. That shit was terrible. You shouldn't go see it. I was trying to save you in case you went to see it already. My mother was trying to save my life from a shitty movie. She was trying to save me. She was trying to warn me ahead of time. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't pay that good money for that. She was pissed. And now that conversation ended up dovetailing into politics, which just made me pissed. But her critique was on point. Her critique was solid. She has some viable points of why she thought it sucked. It's like, okay, I haven't seen it, so I can't say. I'm just going on what you're telling me. But she was like, yeah, don't go see that. Don't pay to go see that. If you do, don't pay no IMAX money for it. Like, you'd be better waiting until that shit came on television to go see it. I'm like, wow. That's a touch. That's a touch. That's a touch of bad, is what that shit is. Like, woo. Wait till it comes on streaming. Don't go see it in the theater. She said it was dumb. Dumb as fuck. Now, I still have not seen it. And that was one of the movies I thought, wow, this trailer looks all right. Hey, everybody coming back? Yeah, I might go see this in IMAX. It might warrant it IMAX. She was like, no, I went and saw it in IMAX. Don't go do that. Like, damn, like that? Look, me and my mother can disagree on shit all day long because that's me and my mother. We related to each other, right? Some stuff we agree with each other on, which makes sense because she raised me, right? But a bad movie, I trust her instincts on some shit, right? I trust her instincts on some shit. Some shit she would be 100% on. She couldn't be more right if she was Robin Hood at hitting the target on that shit. She couldn't be. She split the arrow, right? She's saying this shit is bad, and she would be they target demographic for that shit. Dumb. Like that's why I'm just laughing. I'm like, okay, well, I wasn't rushing to go see it, but okay, it was a busy week, you know. What, 4 shows, 3 trailers, and a partridge in a pear tree? Okay, I can miss the dinosaurs, I guess. Yeah, AB, I do see why you said watch The Boys, you'll feel better. I do. I tell you 2 things that's been saving me for geekdom right now because I've been fucking depressed with what some of the shit I've been seeing. The Boys season 3 has been interesting, a good story development and stuff like that, right? I'm enjoying it. And binging on Stranger Things season 3. Binging on Stranger Things season 3 actually made me feel a lot better. Because I'm sitting there watching the shit and it's like, it's just about fucking kids in this world and stuff, right? How do they do this so right with this show just about kids? And this Obi-Wan show can be so terrible. And it's about a character I've known longer than the Stranger Things kids. How do they do that? Cheers and breezes that blows through the trees. I'm so tired of you motherfucking trolls. Why can't I block this person? Don't put it up on the screen. Why can't this be blocked? Why cannot this not be blocked? Somebody block that motherfucker. Or I'll snatch a wrench since you're not actually using it. We don't do no sex advertisements on my fucking channel. Oh, you guys can't see it. Let's see. You guys can't see it because it's on the it is on it's on the Twitch side of the game. So I'm the only one who can see this shit. Dude, okay. This dumbass title. You need to why is it not giving me the option to do anything to this motherfucker? I don't know why every time I stream on Twitch I get some goofball on here talking some ridiculous shit. I guess I'll stop going live on Twitch. There we go. I will stop going live on Twitch. No, if I showed you this shit, it's fucking stupid. Right? It says still no pickles bubble boss. Cheers to the breeze that blows to the trees that lifts the skirts over their knees, that shows us a spot that gets us hot, that teases, pleases, and causes diseases. Oh my God, I smashed down the motherfucking hat. Why do all the sexual deviants show up on fucking Twitch side? And I always find one chat that's going live to jump in and say some shit. Oh, it's just my intro, bro. Fuck you, I ain't your goddamn bro. It's not an ad. It's not an ad. It's not an intro. It's an ad to say some objectionable shit that can't be said over YouTube, even though I just said the shit. Grow the fuck up. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you fucking morons. That everything online needs to be some sexual deviant shit. Dude, would you walk into somebody's house saying that shit? When you walk into somebody's stream, that's what the fuck you're doing. You're walking into their house, especially their live stream. Would you come into somebody's house you don't fucking know, repeating some goofy ass shit like that that's all sexually suggestive? No! Would you let somebody else come into your house acting like that? No! Stay the fuck out of mine with that shit. Stupid ass. I wouldn't even say that's Twitch culture. That's internet culture. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. It's some goofy ass speckled hand bastard sitting at a computer somewhere thinking he's being funny. Look, nigga, nobody gives a fuck about your dick. If they did, you would go over somewhere and be fucking them, instead of saying this crazy shit in somebody else's live stream. You goofy motherfucker. Go make yogurt on your belly. How about that? And if you ain't got nothing else to do, wipe it up and smell it. Stupid asses. Grow up. Nobody gives a fuck. Dude, it's fucking... which is objectionable in and of itself, since it's June. It's supposed to be the month that Father's Day is in, but somehow we transitioned Father's Day. Fuck men. It's all about pride. So you can care about a man having another man from behind, but you can't care about a man having a heterosexual relationship in a family. You can't care about that. That don't get no shine. Only the other shit gets shine. More on that later. With all this sexual depravity that's out here, do you think it is any way entertaining that you thought of some funny limerick to come in somebody's chat room and say? It is mediocre, childish at best. Grow the fuck up. You can make raunchy humor, but I'm an adult. You need to make it more clever than that. You do. That's more so why I'm pissed off, because it's so goddamn lame. Always one fucking Twitch asshole. So I'm gonna stop putting these live streams on Twitch. They ain't doing anything anyway. Fuck you. You can say that dude and two other ones like him ruined it for everybody. And it must be a bot, because I couldn't block his ass for shit. Dickhead. Anyway, you guys, what was my last point before I was so fucking derailed? Oh yeah, Aquatechie. I noticed it because I talked about it with Dr. Tiasan too. How just men have been removed the last 3-4 years Everything that has to do with a man, holiday-wise, is being removed and replaced with something else. And I went over this with Dr. Tia-san. In Black History Month, turned into Women's Liberation Month or some shit, right? Thought it was supposed to be Black History Month. And since Black history is predominantly history of what Black men have contributed and done for the fight against oppression and freedom for Black folks, men and women alike, how does it get removed to, no, we just want to highlight Black women? Why? Because there's so many of them doing shit? No, it's not. Minority of a minority. Okay. Now, this year, they don't even publicize Father's Day at all. Did you mention that? Do you know what day it happens? No, you got Mother's Day up the ass early. Father's Day ain't even mentioned. You know what is mentioned? Oh, it's Pride Month. Pride Month? I thought there was a Pride Day, singular, not 30 days of celebrating. Comics is on board. Comic book companies put out whole Pride covers, multiple ones. They ain't selling for shit. Nothing about fathers whatsoever. In this Pride Month, I just watched The Boys, where a girl who her adopted father was a Black man, she just turned him in, said he was doing some inappropriate shit, and turned him in to get on the side of the white dude who's going around killing people. Interesting. I did it for my daughter. Oh, you did it for your daughter. Where's that daughter's father? Who was that? Don't even mention his ass. That's in The Boys. But the other show, Stranger Things, with a little white girl and her adopted father, who's a white dude, who's supposed to be dead in the show, she beat the shit out of a girl for talking about her daddy. Damn near killed her with a roller skate to the head. Right? Oh, okay. So white folks can have daddies. You just can't have no Black ones. So this year, we don't have to hear about that whole thing where, Black women, oh, I'm the mother and the father. No, you're not, unless you're a fucking hermaphrodite. Because if you were the mother and the father, there wouldn't be a dude on child support, would there? And your ass would need to be in a science lab somewhere because you figured out how to reproduce asexually. No, you're the mom. You're not the father. You're the mom. Because the father is the one thing you can't be. You know why? Because though you carry a bountiful bounty of eggs, they're all unfertilized. And they are shit without that spark of life. And the spark don't come from the basket. It comes from the power line. So now we just gonna bypass fathers altogether and just call it Pride Month, where we focus on the depravity and the lack of fathers in people's relationships. Or dysfunctional relationships. Yeah, I said it. I'm from California, Bay Area. Alphabet stronghold number 2. This shit ain't new to me. I don't care. However the hell you feel like you want to have sex, or what you feel like you want to have sex with, I don't fucking care. It's not my business, especially if it ain't involving me. I just don't think it don't need to be in the streets. And more important than every other thing going on in the damn world and country, I believe everybody needs to have their due, especially fathers. Because as you can see, with the Father's Day month and graduation month being overridden by sexual depravity month is more important than all of that shit, you can see Father was probably needed. To bring you back to reality is that shit ain't that damn important. There are bigger things going on than how you like to diddle other people or diddle yourself. Jerk off in silence without a news crew. Oh, I bet she is beastly nerd. Is that a surprise? It's a black woman with fake eyes, blonde hair, and a bigger knife than the white dude that's standing there. Yeah, my mother went off on that character. She did. And those words I just said weren't her words. Those are mine. I didn't even ask her. She didn't have to explain shit about that. She don't get you modern women. She in her 60s. No, she don't get y'all at all. In these tropes, she don't know who they was making that shit for. Oh boy, did Clown Homelander those? Yeah, he did. He did check his ass because that's true. That's all it is. He's a fucking superpowered child attention whore. He needs everybody to love him. His insecurities, yeah, that's been there forever. How was old girl Elizabeth Shue's character manipulating him, letting him beat a baby and suckle at her fucking tit and telling him how wonderful he was? What was Stormfront doing with her one arm and burnt body, still having to jerk him off and tell him how wonderful he was? So the only person that stood up to him and told him he wasn't was the little A-cup chick who still keep acting like she's protecting somebody, and Stan Edgar, the brother who's been covering up his bullshit forever. Like, you insecure. And I'm not worried. And I'm out. And slammed his glass down on the wet bar when he did to let him know, and I'm out this bitch, nigga. Fuck you. Said it to his face. To his face. The same motherfucker that canoed some woman's head through her eye socket said it to his face. You ain't about shit. Bye. Dumb shit. Anyway. All right, folks. So I'm going to have to get out of here and go to this call. Be on the lookout for a part 2. I will do a part 2 as soon as I get back from this call. But I have to go to it and make sure that the dreaded... Let's see what we got right now. That the dreaded 74 degrees doesn't hurt anybody. An hour later, it raised 10 degrees. Let me go do this part so I can do this other part and get back to you guys. Thank you for showing up right now. This is only part 2 of the show. I'm sorry that it was filled with so much ranting in the beginning, but we will get straight to the geek stuff in the panel conversation after that. But at least you know the topics right now. Thunderbolts, Black Adam, Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 4, Boys Season 4, 1 through 4, Stranger Things Season 4, haven't seen, but we can chop it up, and Ms. Marvel. That's 6 points. Y'all got maybe an hour or two to think about these motherfuckers and come back with some original ideas and contents and words for me when the stream fires back up. And I don't know if they're original or not. Trust me, I'll know. I don't know. I always know. So, like, share, subscribe. Let me get these last 2 salutes out before we go. Shout out to GM. I don't want to say your whole government. You didn't put what your other name was. Was G Middleton in here? He said for stand-up comics. See? And this is this bitch calling. 1 second. She's impatient. Let me go deal with this shit because this is somebody else acting really goddamn goofy about something that's not an emergency. Who the hell does she think she is? Victor Freeze? I guess. His wife. It's not the same chick. It's just the same call center. So my mistake. The other chick was not calling from Florida. It's the call center with a Florida number, and I don't know how they keep finding a workaround to go to this other call center instead of the one they're trying to contact, but they're trying to pull some shit claiming they talked to somebody that they didn't. Yeah, traffic. I'm on my way. No, I have a 1 hour response time because I live a half hour away, which means it needs to be a fucking emergency to come from that far. These 2 calls are not emergencies. They're not. But it comes through on that line regardless. Okay, so G. Middleton, appreciate you for the support, sir. I will give you that 3B salute before we get out of here. And that is for the shop. So thank you, G. And to F. Holiday. Got it. No message. Appreciate you, F. Holiday. I will give you that 3B salute. Okay, so like I said, you guys stay tuned for the part 2. You'll see it in your stream. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell so you can get notified every time I go live. And when there's a rant incoming, you will hear about it first because I have to get you guys engaged on that. When I come back, I'll tell you more about what's going on with the shop and the stuff that's got up. If you don't know, we have an Instagram, Stand Up Comics on Instagram. Check it out. We also do have the Shopify that is up with products on it, I believe, which is Stand Up Comics at myshopify.com or shopify.com. You can find Stand Up Comics on there as well. And there is still the support thing going on for the Stand Up Comic Shop. If you want to donate to the shop, please do. Where's the other banner? There is the Patreon and the GoFundMe for the shop, as well as if you donate in the Cash App and you put for the shop, that's where I send it to. It goes directly into the shop. I will be meeting with the guys, I think this coming week, about the shirts. The guy who's printing the shirts for me wants to see it, and I thought up an actual logo sort of for the shop. So I want to get that in there. So things happening, a lot of stuff happening all at the same time. There's a lot of moving parts. And I got a little bit of help so I can actually oversee some things and not have to do everything myself, which is a benefit. So thank you. Thank you guys for coming through. Stay posted for that part 2 stream. And I will be back as soon as humanly possible. So I've been artisanmc, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Peace.